Unfiltered Brothers is on Patreon. Be sure to become a member and show your support for the podcast. Your support will help us invest in our business to help the podcast grow and expand our brand. There are 3 tiers you can choose from. Get early access to the audio and video a day before the episodes are available on streaming services and YouTube. Be the first to know about special announcements and get access to exclusive episodes or content. Also, 10% of tier 3 will also be donated to a charity of our choice at the end of each year. So thank you in advance. Now back to the episode.
So hey, welcome back to another episode of You Reaching or Teaching, where we talk about hoops on and off the court from our hometown to across the water. I am one of your co-hosts, Derek, and with me I have my co-host, Aaron. And for this episode, we have a special guest with us, our brother Q, joining us for the conversation. Hope everyone is having a blessed day or a blessed night, whichever time that you first listen to this. While you're here, if you watch it, go ahead, hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you listen to this, go ahead, leave us a rate and a review on whatever platform, streaming platform that you listen to this on. Before I get to the fellas, I do want to issue an apology to our audience on behalf of my good brother Aaron. So I was played back our last episode, the Reaching or Teaching segment, and I do want to apologize. My brother was pants inside out, fuck out of pocket. Some of the names that he was saying was very disrespectful for my boy AI. I don't want to elaborate on this conversation no more, but man, my boy was out of pocket with the man said Ginobili. I heard that back. I said, oh, nah, he is tweaking. But I don't want to elaborate on it. I'm going to leave it at that. I apologize for y'all listening to that nonsense, man. But we're going to keep the conversation going. How y'all boys feeling tonight, man? How y'all boys feeling? Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good. I don't take back what I said. I'd rather have Ginobili any damn day over AI. Sorry, not sorry.
You
sorry,
tweaking, brother. You are tweaking.
Shoot.
Last year Cat Williams said 2024 is about truth. We're gonna continue that on in 2025. We gotta
take the rose tinted glasses off. Take the rose tinted glasses off, man. He was nice. He was pretty.
Man.
He was pretty. He was nice. It was cute. But this is a man's game. Ginobili was a man. Hey, I was a man too.
Aaron, just you on these platforms. You got some influence yourself. So you got to be careful with some of the shit that come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to influence a younger generation with this nonsense that you be talking about sometimes. Especially
no. We need to let them know the truth. Ginobili played winning basketball, damn it. He played winning basketball. He has the resume to back it up. More winning basketball than AI.
Ginobili was in a winning system.
The system got to work some type of way.
The system got
to work.
But he was what? Third option?
Yeah, I say roughly third option, later fourth.
All right, that's it. We don't need to talk.
Everybody got to play their role.
That's you right.
Everybody got to play their role. Right. The Lakers, we had something with Dwight, Steve Nash. We thought we was gonna win 3 in a row. Look how that shit turned out.
I knew that
garbage.
Shit nowhere. I knew that shit wouldn't go nowhere. Steve Nash was all.
Look at Brooklyn when they had KD, Harden, and Kyrie. I said it wasn't gonna work. Motherfuckers was telling me, nah, they gonna be nice with it. I was like, okay, where they at now?
It's all about the system. You know what I'm saying? But Ginobili ain't gonna carry no team.
Well, yeah, that's cool. He don't got to. He elevated.
Quincy, you hear this shit, man? How you
Yeah,
feel about this, man?
I'm listening, man. I'm still stuck on the fact that you really said that you would take Ginobili over AI. I
Yeah,
think
'cause I care about
I
winning.
didn't know what I was walking into, so I'm happy that I got a little taste of that mindset of those hot takes when it comes to great sport of basketball, because
Very.
that's a crazy one. That's a crazy one. I mean, they're both good. Let's say if I'm making a team, I'm taking them both, but AI
Fair.
yeah, AI starting for
For
sure.
sure. For
Well, anybody
sure.
who start by who finishes, Ginobili's always on the court and trying to finish, baby.
Hey, and like you said, the system got to work somehow. But he not starting
Yeah.
on my team though. That man coming off the bench.
Off the
All
bench.
right. All right.
Man, but for our listeners, tell everyone just a little bit about yourself. If you have any, of course, where you went to school, degrees that you have, and just a little bit about, if you played ball in high school and everything like that.
Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? I'm Quincy. Everybody calls me Q from Richmond, Virginia, the great 804. I definitely played ball back in the day. Played up until like ninth or 10th grade. Then I chose to stick with football. I also broke a bone in my back, so that kind of,
Damn.
nip that in the bud. Can't really play too much ball, with a broken bone in your back. But chose to stick it out with football. But I've always loved the sport, man. Went to Longwood with these two great fellas, Derek and Aaron. Um, got 2 degrees, one in kinesiology that I may probably never ever use, and that's cool. And then I got another degree in counseling, man. Black men, black people, take care of your mental health. Health is wealth.
That's a big fact. Yeah, Q can probably tell y'all a little bit about the buckets I was giving out in the rec center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It is what it
man.
is.
Yeah, man. I definitely underestimated Derek a couple of times on the court, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say you gotta run it back, but I'm getting a little old, man. I
Oh
got
shit! Look,
grades coming in OT
hey,
now, man. I gotta hang that shit up.
hey, look, I be hurting. I be looking at pricing with the middle school team and shit like that. A couple of them called me out after practice, so of course I had to,
Had
I
to.
ain't gonna back down. You ain't gonna just call me out. You want to play ones, we gonna play ones. You ain't gonna beat me. But it about to be a quick one though. We going to 5. We ain't doing nothing crazy. We going to 5. That's it. We
You
gonna
going to
get
five playing ones and twos.
yes. quick one. Yeah. I'm still to it though. If any of my players watch it, yeah, come see me. Yeah, but while we on that, I do want to give a shout out to the hometown, Prince Edward, coaching for our boys team. Historic season, didn't end how we wanted to. Went 15-0 during the regular season, first time the boys middle school team ever done that. So shout out to the guys for that accomplishment. Came up short in the championship game, but shout out to why we definitely yeah, we definitely see y'all next year. It was a lot of talking from the coaching side. So we'll definitely see y'all next year. Hopefully y'all make it back because y'all did lose a lot of players. So you know what I'm saying? We know what we got on this side. Shout out to the girls middle school team as well. They didn't make it to the championship, but they was first in their conference. So shout out to the middle school girls team. Shout out to the JV boys team, Prince Edward. They were James River District champions. Our girls varsity team, we got Aaron's sister on the team as well, man. They are on a tear right now. Hopefully they can continue to keep the momentum going into the season undefeated. I think they're probably 24, 25 and 0 right now. Regular season champs and district tournament. What is it, Aaron? 25?
It's
25
and 0.
25 and 0, man. That's the best since this is the best start since they last won the state championship in 99. So they got a chance to make history, man. Just hope they keep their head straight, stay focused on the goal, man, and go far in these regional and state tournaments. So shout out to them. The varsity boys team, we currently we have a regional game next week. So next episode, I'll come back to y'all for that update, man. But we got a lot to talk about. We gonna talk your head off too much. Definitely want to ask y'all, did y'all see any of Court of Gold yet on Netflix?
I haven't. I've heard good things though, like both from you as well as from my boys who I have a sports group chat with. Everyone loves it, and I definitely got to go to look.
No, facts. Yeah, like if y'all haven't watched it, I ain't finished it. I think I'm on episode 4, if I'm not mistaken, but definitely good behind the scenes. Good behind the scenes footage. It kind of just brought me back to in live watching the Olympics and watching the games and all the amazing moments
Yeah.
that took place with Katie first coming back and was going 8 for 8. I think it was 8 for 8 from three when he first got back. Of course, Steph Curry going crazy in like the last 2 3 games or the Olympics. LeBron doing what he doing. Devin Booker being a key piece for that team. Like it was just a lot of special moments in the Olympics and just getting the behind the scenes of the other countries like Serbia, France, and Canada, just seeing their mindset, getting inside their locker room, um, just seeing them just talk about to just going for gold and everything like that. So definitely a good watch. I think the main thing people seen was the KD clip, him talking about just his love for the game, man. And honestly, man, KD, I don't know. It got me thinking like we might need to start having these. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion or uncomfortable conversation, but KD got to be in these conversations. That when you do talk about top 10 or even top 15, if you don't even believe he top 10, got to be at least top 15. Like KD, bro, KD been giving motherfuckers buckets all around the world. Like this is all this nigga do. Like
That's true.
this is
That's
all
true.
this nigga do. This is
Yeah,
all he love. Like this is strictly KD was born just to be a hooper, bro.
yeah,
And then of course, he on the clip.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he talks about it on the clip where pretty much his background coming up and his family didn't really have everything like that, and that was his own way out. Like basketball saved his life, man. Like when you talk about pure hooper, like of course I always want to pick Kobe up there as my number one hooper. I'm not talking about basketball, but I'm talking about like pure hooper. But KD is like
Mhm.
right there,
yeah,
like KD gotta be right there, man. What's
yeah.
your opinion on that?
I'm like
Man, look.
having. Oh, go my bad, bro. Go ahead, do your thing.
No, no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna just say, keep it brief. I haven't seen Court of Gold yet, but I watched a couple of clips when we said we was gonna be talking about it. And I think the two biggest takeaways for me, and then I'm gonna throw a wrench in it. The two biggest takeaways for me was like how the world has caught up in terms of basketball. Like when Jordan and them went out to Barcelona, people were shook. They was beating up on people, and when LeBron and them touched down and Kobe and everybody, they went over there, that people were a little less intimidated. But they still was stomping on folks. Like the courage was there, but the talent wasn't there. And I think now in last year's Olympics, what we've seen is the two combined. Other nations have NBA players or NBA caliber players, and they're not afraid, right? Like, yeah, I know I'm playing against Steph. I know I'm playing against KD. I know I'm playing against, Bron. But at the end of the day, I want that gold medal just as bad as they do, and I'm in the NBA too. So let's go play ball. Especially when you look at Canada, and you look at France, who matched up, I think pretty nicely, and they showed no fear. Went toe to toe for as long as they could. I said I had another thing, didn't I? Yeah. So I think the KD clip was powerful. I think just shows, how much when you really care about the game, when you really have a love for the game, it shows. And I think that clip is a prime example. Him just getting emotional about where the game has taken him. Championships, MVP trophies, gold medals. But I can only imagine, only really, I can't even really think about how much work he has put into BKD, right? Like what sacrifices he had to make. The things that he couldn't do. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
we in high school, playing around doing whatever. He like, nah, I can't even play like that because I know I got somewhere to go. Um,
Yeah,
and
facts.
the last thing I'll throw, I don't know if they touched on it or not. Like I said, I haven't caught it yet. But man, Jay Tatum coming off of a championship and not getting no tick in the Olympics, that that
Crazy
one
work.
that one that one threw me, man. That
It
one
was crazy.
that was putting Derek White in over
Look,
over
it's
Jay.
like
Listen.
because I gotta speak on this just because when I was talking briefly about with Coach KJ, former coach at Long University. I forget what she calls coach at now, but she put up a poster about it. It's a good question. Who was he gonna play over? Like, not saying that he couldn't. It's just like the matchups and the rotations. It's like, where would we have fit him in? I think that's a valid question. Not saying that he couldn't have played, but
It's a valid question, but it's an excuse. It's an excuse for him not playing. You tell me you can't pit a first team NBA player. He's ranked like
mhm,
out of that whole team. He's the only one that was first team. And he's been
mhm.
there for like what the last 5 years, like 4 or 5 years.
I say
You
the last
telling me
four
you
years, yeah.
can't input that in any system? I
No,
don't care. He didn't
I
have to
don't
start.
disagree. No,
Yeah,
I don't disagree. He
he
could
didn't
have
have to
played. He
start.
should
Of
have
course,
played.
KD. Yeah, of course. Yeah, let KD start. You can't come behind KD. He
But
can't
then
get more. He
that's
can't get more tick than Derek White.
Yeah,
but
that's the
that's
one.
but it's like Derek, like I told you though last time we talked about it. I said I just didn't think Steve Kerr knew how to use him.
I didn't think so either.
That's it. I just didn't think he knew how to use
Probably
him.
probably not. Because he's a very interesting I guess archetype for a player, right? Like he can stretch, he got a handle, he plays defense, but you already got that out there. You got a LeBron, you got a KD. I mean, you don't want to put him out there over Devin Booker, although I would say he's arguably better right now than Devin Booker, but you don't want to. I can see how they wanted to make sure that lined up, but yeah, that had to be a crazy feeling for him. But I think that he's got a lot left in the tank, and I'm sure we'll see him on that stage again. I think we probably saw LeBron out there for the last time, so I think that we might see some shifts, which is crazy to say that we saw LeBron in his last Olympics, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think the last thing I would say on this topic, just to piggyback on what you were saying, Q about KD, about
Hmm.
just the work that he put in. I forgot what episode it was. It was like probably 2 or 3. But his mom was saying, but pretty much KD been saying he wanted to be a professional basketball player ever since he was little. Single parent home. His mom just like, look, I don't know what that entails, but I'm gonna do my best and whatever. And pretty much she said in the jump, if the coaches made him do 50 hills, she said when they got home or any off time, nah, we ain't doing why do 50? That's what they're doing. That's average. That's what everybody else doing. You don't want to be average. So we're gonna do she said we're gonna do 150. She said we're gonna do 150 hills. I said, damn. He was like, at the time, I didn't love it, but you grow to love it. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
grow to love the work ethic and everything like that. But quick question, 2028 Olympics in LA, who the favorite?
Are we bringing it
France,
home?
You said
France?
we're
France.
bringing home? So you said France, Aaron said
I said
France.
France.
Q, you got us, you got
Yeah,
us.
in LA, we bringing that home. We bringing that
Look,
home.
I was thinking, look, France got look. I'm kind of going, look, no disrespect. I'm kind of going with Aaron with this. Yo, France got some shit cooking. You got to think
They
like the
do.
last 2 picks, even though we haven't really seen any productivity from the like major productivity from them this season yet. The first 2 picks of the draft was from France, and they wasn't even on the Olympic team last year. You know what I'm saying? So they got 4 years to develop in that system,
Mhm.
and you still got Wemby coming back, and what they got over there, like that's scary.
That's true. You got a point. You got a point. The last two picks in the NBA draft were Frenchmen, and then you got Wemby with that'll be what about 4 or 5 years of development.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Four. Well,
Um,
3 now.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's scary, man.
I
You
mean,
gotta think
and it's
about that,
like,
man.
and along with what we're saying with it, the reason I'm picking them is because they won it. I think that they won it more than the U.S. does. Like, because it's like, who's going to be on that team in 4 years? I don't know if Chet won it as bad as Wemby. I don't like, not saying he doesn't. I just don't think they won it as bad because it's like everybody from that French team took it personal when they lost because think you lost in the championship game in your home country.
Yeah,
I think
Like,
they'll be
they
back.
gonna come get their lick back.
I
They'll be
think
back.
for me, my concerning issue was even though that's just how great they are. When you talk about the big three that played in the Olympics, Steph, LeBron, and KD, it was that was all of them. Like we couldn't
Mhm.
win without one of them gone.
Yeah,
Like so, the three people that's really about to exit the NBA was the main reason we got the gold this
Mhm.
year. Once they're
Yeah.
gone, I'm not saying we don't have the talent for it, but we don't have that star power and we don't have greatness in other players like we see in Steph, KD, and LeBron. Like what
yeah,
Steph did was still something like that's probably like top two, top three shit I've seen when
yeah.
it's talk about basketball. When what Steph did at the end of that game, like
I agree.
who has the tendencies and the potential in today's NBA to do that? Of course, you got people that can shoot threes, but niggas can't do what Steph do. Niggas can't do what KD do. Like niggas don't have the IQ like Bron. Like that is just my concern. And you talk about 4 years from now, like these motherfuckers still developing, and we see what we have now. I'm not sure what we're gonna have in the next 3 years, but I see what we have now, and no disrespect to Ant, no disrespect to Tatum, Brown. If he decide, look, Kyrie want to go over to Australia and play. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get citizenship over there to play.
Yeah.
No, he has
So
citizenship because he was born there.
he has citizenship. So Kyrie ain't even gonna play for us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Look, it ain't looking good in 2028 for me. That's my personal opinion.
But you,
Look, if I could,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. I'll wait.
No, I was just gonna say, but that we still. So I think while we'll probably lose, we'll definitely lose Braun for sure. We losing Braun. If he goes to the Olympics, he's gonna be in the wheelchair, right? Like
Facts.
he done.
Facts.
I think
If he don't, I'm gonna question if this nigga on steroids or something.
yeah,
Like, ain't no way Braun still going strong for 3 years from now.
yeah, we need a blood test because
Oh God.
what he made out of. I think that we could see one more out of Steph or KD, but I think France is gonna come with it. Like I said before, other countries are no longer in fear of Team USA, the Redeem Team, the Dream Team, the Avengers. Like, the names we come up with. That's cool. I don't think people like Canada was like, bro, square up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
but you got to think that's Ant in a couple of years. That's Jay Tatum in a couple of years. That's Joel Embiid. That's Bam in a couple of years. I think I don't know, man. Like, I would love to see the matchup again.
But I think that you point out something too that's also a concern is that we're not gonna have those elite bigs like these other countries have. Like France gonna have Wemby and Alex Carr. Greece still gonna have Giannis.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Serbia's still gonna have Joker. Like go to Spain, they still got some monsters over there. With Nigeria, like they centers and
AD
forwards is
probably
damn near
no.
all.
AD probably ain't gonna
AD
be
probably
playing.
may not play. Like, because like I said before, besides Chet, who's 7 foot but plays the four, you got Jason Tatum who's 6'8", can also play the four. Unless we're gonna run a small ball lineup and just be amazing,
I'm about to say
what real
unless
US bigs is over there?
Evan Mobley develop into an actual like
Yeah,
consistent all-star,
yeah.
then I don't really
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough.
We got Cooper Flag coming out of coming out of Duke.
Still gonna be tough. It's still
And
gonna be
that's
tough.
cool too. But they probably gonna put him at the three because he
Mm-hmm.
gonna be more athletic, faster, and then that's gonna be a mismatch right there because you ain't gonna want to put him against someone like Giannis. or y'all,
He
or
ain't
even
playing
like
no
his
four.
brother.
Yeah, I
He
don't want
ain't
to watch
playing no
that.
four.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see that. They,
But I say I
they,
don't want to see that neither.
Hell nah, yeah, we definitely want to see that. No facts.
Like Chet and Cooper at the 4 and the 5 against Joker. Nah, nah.
Demolish. Don't want to see that. But we're gonna move on to the some NBA talk. We're gonna move on to the All-Star weekend. I want to start by a short clip. It's a long, but I'm gonna play a small of it. Y'all follow the account on TikTok, Who's Next? About a
I
guy.
don't have TikTok. I just get told about it.
So if you hear the guy, you probably seen like a clip before. But this nigga is funny. He's not a nigga. He a white dude, but this nigga is funny. Oh God.
Point for numerous reasons. I don't really feel like getting into it, but I do have two shut the fuck ups to hand out. All right. Number one, Kevin Hart, shut the fuck up. Okay. Number two, Mr. B, shut the fuck up. Dude, sitting there breathing down the kid's neck after every shot. How's he supposed to get a rhythm? Right? Dame's got to come box you out. Let the kid stroke that thing, son. Leave him alone. I'll tell you what wasn't disappointing about this weekend.
Yo, this
Another
nigga
redeemed-
is funny. I swear to God.
He was
This-
on.
Kevin Hart, shut the fuck up. Mr. Beast, shut the fuck up. Like, God damn. So yeah, so All-Star weekend took place February 14th to the 16th. Of course, we want to get to the main thing of the weekend, the All-Star game, but want to touch on most of the weekend as much as we can. I don't know how much y'all saw, but how y'all feel about how y'all feel about the skills challenge?
Hey,
That was funny more than good.
I seen the clips because I was working, so I had on my phone and whatnot, but I seen clips of it. Of course, I seen CP and Wimby doing that dumb shit that they were that they were doing. I see they got disqualified for it, but I don't know. Of course I thought it was CP idea. It got CP written all over it. I don't see Wimby coming up with that idea or CP. He's smart, but he gonna try to finesse the system. So he be like, all right, we don't really gotta shoot. You know what I'm saying? We gotta just do 3 of these. Let's just throw it. Get through the course as quickly as possible, man. It was like you said, it was more funny than anything. Are we keeping it? We making changes to it? We getting rid of it? Like what's up with the skills challenge, man?
I don't know, man, because I feel like when you watch somebody take it seriously, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch them take it seriously, it's beautiful. But when you see people loafing or like when they just be ready to give up, it's just like it's weird to see people act like they too cool for the skills challenge. It's a weird thing. Like, yeah.
Nice. About you, Aaron?
I say keep the skills challenge, but I think that there's a different way to go about it. Like
Yeah.
real shit, I would shake it up and I would invite some of the best high school players in the country to do it. Like you think you're gonna make it to the league? You really think you got what it takes? Come do the skills challenge. Shoot from the 3-point range of an NBA player. Go through the drills of an NBA player. And then that way, one, they get attention. You know, people like y'all been to games, like college games and shit, when it's always a person, not a superstar, nobody on the court. When that person giving effort, like they're really trying, the crowd is into it.
Yeah.
Like we all seen that halftime where like the little middle schoolers is trying to shoot from the three and make it, and it's like, oh damn, I thought he had it.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
imagine that at that scale in front of an audience. That's gonna get people going, like and paying attention and caring about it because you're gonna want that freshman in high school or that senior who committed to UConn to do it. Like, hey, look, they say he nice. Let's see what he got.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I don't really mind the skill challenge, like you said. If you you're actually taking it serious, and it looked like a good event. Um, I don't know, maybe add more. I don't know, maybe add more to it. Maybe add a dribbling element to it,
Mhm.
like a good good crossover element going up to the cones, under the legs, a different combination between the cones or something. I don't really care about the windmill that they got in front of the shot. What the fuck that gonna do? Like,
I don't know.
get that shit out the way. And then like it wasn't this one, but I remember the last year one that they had to do the passes It was like three spots, and it was a big ass circle that they had to pass the ball in. Like, what, bro? My nephew can throw the ball in that. Like, what are we like? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't. I think now I don't really care too much. For the skill challenge, they adding like a team element to it. It's straight, but I rather get back to. Of course, the game has developed into now big man is doing what the guards is doing.
Yeah.
Um, but I just wanted to get back to the skill challenge being a guard driven, you know what I'm saying, event where you had the Chris Paul facing the Dwaynes and the Kobe's and the LeBrons. You had Steve Nash in it. Just Darren Williams. This
Aaron
guards
Bullock.
like the elite guards in these events. Like so for this age, of course, probably have the Halliburton in it. Um, shoot, why wasn't De'Aaron Fox in? Like, you have De'Aaron Fox in it.
Yeah.
Trey
Zach.
Young. Who else? Ja Morant
You know
Yeah.
the league don't like Trey Young.
at all, at all. Like it shouldn't be, and we'll get to that too. But it shouldn't be. He shouldn't be an all star because somebody got injured. Like, let's be real. Like
Yeah.
he the only one that been having a 20 double double since
Yeah.
he's been in the league.
Yeah.
20 and 10. Like, come on now. Like, stop playing with that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't care too much for the skill challenge. The team Cavs won, whatever. 3-point contest. I didn't watch it. I know Tyler Hero won. Yeah, y'all had any favorites in that?
I actually picked Tyler Hero to win it.
Yeah, I remember somebody having a couple people that I talked to had Tyler Hero. I was like, maybe somebody would be a surprise.
Nah, I didn't have any dogs in that fight, but I mean, shout out Tyler Hero though.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Dunk contest.
We knew that was gonna happen. We
Yeah.
knew Mac was gonna win. We knew that. Shout out Mac. Shout out VA. You already know.
Did a three-peat on the boys, man. They said
Man.
you sent it to me, but I've also seen it on Twitter as well. They were saying Castle was what I'm saying, he was snubbed. They said Castle should have won. They said the dunk I agree. Well, with the dunk, I don't think he should have won, but the dunk that they laid up and then he caught it, went between the legs. I would have gave him a 50. I would have gave him a 50 for that, for the creativity part, but
That's fair. I would have too.
yeah.
I would
But
have
out
too.
of all the 4 dunks, what was it, 4 dunks that they did total?
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all the 4 dunks, Mac cleared that shit out. Like it was too easy for Mac, man.
Look, people online been comparing it, but I agree with it. That dunk over the kid was better than Blake Griffin's.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree with it.
because he went over the
I think it
guard.
was better than Blake's.
He went over
Yeah,
the
he went over the guard, not the hood.
Yeah, that shit, man. And he would like Mac only is he 6 foot? I don't even
Max
think he's 6 foot.
Max 6'2".
He's 6'2".
Max
He don't
six
look
two,
like
like
it.
6'1".
Don't look like he's 6'2".
He
No.
don't look like it at all. At all. So the conversation that I've been seeing that I want to bring up is when you talk about the best dunk contest dunkers, is it time to start having some different conversations about who the GOAT of the dunk contest, like who the best dunkers are? Is Mac top 3? Is Mac the GOAT? Of course, people want to bring up Jordan. Of course, people want to bring up Vince Carter.
Yeah.
But I can't even see that.
I can't even see it.
Yes. Oh, you say yes. Look, I think it's fair. I think it's a fair conversation. Of course, I think Vince. I got Vince as my number 1 dunker. Period.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
But when you talk about the dunk contest, just strictly the dunk contest, man, Mac up there. Mac is up there.
Look, go ahead, Quincy. I'm gonna wait. You go ahead.
He up there, but I don't know, man. Like you talking about some names up there, bro. Like you talking about some crazy names. Like,
And you gotta think, like, of course the game has evolved where now
sure, right.
it's more props and antics and stuff within the dunk contest. So they wasn't really using they wasn't bringing out no cars, they wasn't really
Yeah.
jumping over people and stuff back in the day, whatever. Of course, you gotta take that in the fact, but still, some of the dunks that like Jason Richardson was doing in the early 2000s, that motherfucker is still like top 5 to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but Mac, so if I had to put together a top 5, Mac would be in there. I ain't gonna put in no order right now because I don't want that conversation right now. Mac would be in there. Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, Jason Richardson, and it would have to be Vince Carter.
Yeah.
That was my 5. We're running off. I ain't got no order
I
right
like
now.
it.
Yeah, you took my list, bro. That was literally I may change Aaron Gordon out with Blake. I think Blake was decent.
Mm.
Aaron disagreed.
Look, Aaron. What you gotta say, Aaron?
I don't know.
What
I
I'm gonna
don't
say
know.
Dwight Howard, Clyde Drexler.
You damn right. I'm gonna say Clyde Drexler. No, like,
And that's a look. That was another name he threw in there over AI.
yeah, I'd rather have Clyde too. Yeah.
Stop.
You gotta be
Thank you,
stopped,
Clyde.
bro.
I'd rather have Clyde. Thank you.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
be
Clyde to
stopped.
Clyde Jackson. Yeah, amazing. Even though he looked like somebody's uncle at the age of 27, I'd rather have him.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers looking like grandpas at 25, man. Motherfuckers, all this shit was gone. They just had to run. They just had this shit around it, man.
On draft day. On
God
draft
damn.
day.
That shit was nasty, bro. That shit was
Look,
nasty.
it's like the reason I would keep Aaron Gordon. Well, the reason I made the face because Aaron Gordon is more creative than Blake. Blake just got more power.
Fair.
That's just it.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's a fact.
that's really it. That's really it.
No, that's a fact. I ain't got nothing else with that. And I think that's the reason, even though he did get a 50 for it, when Castle did his last dunk, the pretty much a 360 behind the back, it was too easy for him. Like if he had put some power into it, I say it was a 50. I would have switched. Like the dunk he did when the layup getting on, I would have gave that a 50 and I gave the other his last dunk the score that he got the first time, but that's just my opinion on it.
Hey, my honorable mention is Gerald Green.
Yeah.
Well, I already picked
Yeah.
like not outside of dunk contest. I already said Jared Green is in my top 5 dunkers.
Yeah.
already said that. Like that motherfucker jump out this world, man.
For no
For no
He
reason.
crazy for no reason. Like the fuck you doing up there? Like come down, nigga. Like we gotta talk, nigga. Fuck you doing?
That's what he do all day.
This nigga's crazy.
Man, look, Vince Carter said that he was grabbing he was grabbing the backboard in middle school.
The top of the backboard?
That's insane.
Who
The
said
top of the back. So he says Vince Carter. That's
I just
insane.
seen you talking about middle school. I just seen on Instagram this 10-year-old. And I think niggas be lying on their birth certificate, bro. Ace, bro. This nigga got he got a like he's built probably like Stanley Johnson. Y'all remember Stanley Johnson?
Yeah.
Built like him for real when you talk about just his physique and everything like that. He wear the goggles, nigga. He going out there trying to body motherfuckers. Nigga, you ain't 10. Ain't no way you can convince me you're 10, bro.
Yeah.
Voice deeper than mine. They asked him how old you is. Yeah, 10. Hell nah, man. Niggas lying out here, bro.
All right, bro.
Niggas is lying, man. But definitely, I want to get into some All-Star, the All-Star game. I want to play a clip from Draymond Green right quick. See, right.
And you get to play up to 40, and then you're done. This is so unfair to Victor Wembanyama, who just took this game really seriously, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who just took this game really seriously. When you talk about chasing after the points records, Melo and Kobe and all these guys who've had great scoring nights, they don't get the opportunity to do that with this game. Also, we can watch some rising stars. We're about to watch the Olympic team. Now we get the treat of watching the Olympic team play against a U19 team. Come on, what are we doing? This is ridiculous. All year to be an
All right, so Draymond was pretty much going in on on the All-Star format the whole time he was up there on that broadcast. We'll start with you, Q. What was your overall thoughts of the if you watched the game? What's your overall thoughts of the All-Star game in the format?
I missed it, but I definitely saw the conversation about like people not really being happy with the format, and so I'm curious to see how y'all feel about it, and like whether or not y'all think that Draymond like had any valid points about how they got it set up.
Look, me personally, I agree with everything Draymond said.
Okay.
I agree with everything Draymond said. First of all, when you talk about, well, let me get on the rising stars. I don't want to see them on Sunday. I think they're fine on a Friday night. Like they got their shot at the weekend. Why do I got to see them twice? Yeah. Like what makes them so special when a lot of the rising stars in the past 5 years or so hasn't really been stars now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to see them twice on this weekend of All-Star weekend? And then when you talk about just the format of it, I was talking to somebody at work. I was like, how you gonna make the game go to 40 when everybody on the team can score 40 themselves? Then you just watering down the awards. I say, look, if they gonna keep doing this shit, you gotta take Kobe's name off the MVP award. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph won the MVP off of 12 points. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You know,
they only going to 40?
They were going to 40 every single game.
Mm-hmm.
And then halftime was probably around like 25, 26 points or whatever. And then they was taking forever for halftime. So now we got 10, 15-minute gaps. These niggas, they ain't playing to nothing. Why is there a halftime when the game is to 40?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you giving out these awards, when you look back at it, it's like, bro, what is the point? Like, it shouldn't even been an MVP. I think they just gave it a step because he, of course, the Warriors, they in the Bay Area and things of that nature. I didn't really see much of KD out of both of the games that he played. I don't know. Shit was just whack, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Shit was trash. When the championship first started, it was, and of course they did the picks, they did the teams on purpose. Like they drafted the OGs, they drafted the international players, and they drafted the young. We called that as soon as they put that shit out. But it was the OGs versus pretty much the international players. Wemby probably was the only one that was serious about the game, and he was coming off the bench. Like, why Wemby is coming off the bench? Everyone wants to see Wemby. Like, he's the next person. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the next in line. Why is he coming off the bench? And then, like, started the game, it was 11-0 within, like, 2-3 minutes. So, in reality, when you talk about 40 going to 40 points, it's really only like 14 possessions. That shit can be over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The stats that came out, it was only about 42 minutes of actual basketball played out of the 3-hour broadcast. Everything else was ads, them stopping, doing like Mr. Beast doing the half court contest against Dame. The half court winner got to score 1 before Dame scored 3 or something like that, and still took him about damn 10, 15 minutes to do that. Like, shit was in the way. Like, they was just doing too much. Like, it wasn't for me personally. And how about you? Go ahead, Q.
I'm gonna say I'm not pressed that I missed it now, because that just don't even sound like it would have been entertain. Like that's a very strange format. And I get to trying to figure it out because there was once a time where didn't like I don't know one year wasn't it like 160 to something like
It
the Super
was
Bowl
it was
crazy.
literally last year when he had the most points scored. It was over 200 points.
Yeah, and nobody. I don't think people want to see that either. Like I'm not coming to watch y'all do a walkthrough. You know what I mean? Neither. So they got to find that balance.
Yeah. What about you, Aaron?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna use my Stephen A. voice. I got you. I gotta, you know how he got his pen and shit. Adam Silver needs to be fired. That was awful basketball. You know, you know, I've seen better basketball at the LA Fitness at 4 in the morning. I swear to God. I swear to God. But if we're being completely honest, I think that this past All-Star weekend has really highlighted the state of basketball.
Mm.
Don't nobody know what the hell to do.
Nope.
It's there's no identity. Is because if you look, you know, I'm not old, but I hate to sound like the old man in the room. If you look years ago, this meant something to All-Stars. Being an All-Star meant something. Playing in an All-Star game meant something, especially if you was young. Oh yeah, I'm just as good as that vet who's been here 10 years and won some chips. I'm just as good as that vet who's been here 8 years and won MVP. It don't mean a damn thing now. Like, look at how they carry themselves. They didn't get a lot of the All-Stars didn't give a shit to be there. I know we're gonna talk about it, but look at LeBron. You can't tell me LeBron wanted to be there. I know Steph's always nonchalant. I didn't think he wanted to be there. Anthony Edwards said he didn't want to be there. The only people who really wanted to be there was Wemby. Giannis wanted to be there, but he was hurt.
Ant said he didn't want to be there.
I about to say Giannis dressed up in his uniform, sat on the bench still.
Hmm
Well,
Mm.
that's
It's like there
go
is
ahead.
no more. Hmm
No,
I was
no,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
there's no identity in basketball. The All-Star game needs to be fixed. The dunk contest damn sure needs to be fixed. And I know I'll joke about Stephen A., but his idea to actually go across the country and get the top four best dunkers to compete for a prize cash would actually be pretty entertaining and actually be good. And it's like, hey, either you actually participate or you offer up some money to someone who gives a damn. The choice is yours. You better make the choice before I make the choice. Because I know which one I'm picking. But the All-Star game needs to change, but I don't think it will because I shouldn't have to incentivize you to show up for something that you wanted to earn. Because if this is the case, I'm not picking all stars based off of um star power. Because if I was doing it this year, oh, I would have vetoed LeBron's votes. You're not in it. Because motherfucker, I know you don't want to do it. Like, and yeah, you balling. I know you really care more about the regular season and the playoffs. Do you want to be an All-Star weekend? You're leading right now in votes. No, I'm straight. Okay, cool. Trey Young, you want it? Yes, sir. Bet. Cool. Um, Steph, you want to do it? Or would you rather hang out with Riley and Aisha at the house? You rather be at the house? Wonderful. LaMelo, come on. Tell your brother, put that swerve in that whoa and whatever and shit that the young people be
Whoa. Hey, hey,
doing.
since you brought that up, they should have never booked Jello. They should have never
Never,
booked Jello for that
never,
performance.
never.
Man, don't know how to perform at all. Hey, shout out to the song. But listen, this is why the music industry is in the state that it is there. There
Yeah.
are no artist development going on, and you just
Nope.
motherfucker just get one song popping and get on stage
Mhm.
and perform it without no practice. Motherfucker was out there looking like he
Mhm.
just played. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got no tick in the game. Motherfucker huffing and hollering. Like, he
Yeah.
had no breath
Oh, oh,
control doing
I
that
got,
whole
got
performance
the
at
twitch.
all. That shit sounded crazy. And
And he
Cam
just let the
Cam
music
May
mainly
said he
play.
the reason why the Detroit Lions lost because he performed at he performed at halftime. So yeah, NBA do better, man. That's another thing too. It's just them trying to latch on to the culture. Like, I hate when they do that shit. I hate when they do that shit. I don't know who running it over there
Because
in the marketing side, but they got to do better.
and that's what it is. It's like if you want to garner attention, I get from like a media business standpoint, just from that being my background, you do have to capitalize on what's hot, what's rolling. But is it oven hot or is it microwave hot? Because I hate to
Microwave.
tell you, it's microwave hot. Like this ain't like the celebrity all-star games back in the day where yeah, these were celebrities, but they was really trying to play. Like, yeah, so and so may got this blockbuster movie, but he really trying to win. He really trying to go out there and play. It's or like I said, skills contest, the dunk contest, 3-point contest. Like we're just in a state of content for where it is and trying to latch on to that culture, which is content. And it's boring. It's boring, it's flat, it's ridiculous. Like I could talk about this all day, all night, wherever, what time you're listening to this. Just know I could keep going on about it, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. It needs to change, but I doubt it will.
No, but now you touched on a good point when you talk about just them wanting to earn that spot to be an all-star. I think everyone wants to play at a level to earn that accomplishment as an NBA basketball player. So if you work that hard, why don't you put in the effort in the game? But then you will, like, outside of Trae Young, y'all will complain if you don't get the vote to be the all-star. Like say Ant Edwards didn't be an all-star this year. We know how his mouth is. You know
Yeah,
he gonna
Hmm.
be vocal about him not being an all-star.
yeah.
He gonna be teed off of it.
Hmm.
Then you got to come in the game and put in some effort. Like I was watching the 98 game came on last week sometime, and I just sat down and watched like that full game again. That's probably like the third time I watched like that full game. I watched that one, the 98 one, and I believe it was the 01 game. Yeah, I
Mm,
think it was the 01 game where Iverson was going crazy, him and Stephon Marbury, Vince Carter, and all of them. But I was looking at that just how they play the game, and it's an excuse when people say like, of course I don't want to play in All-Star weekend because I don't want to get hurt and this and that. I
Sure.
was looking at them play, and they wasn't going 100%. They were probably going 70% at best, but it was
mm,
still competitive because they still, they wasn't going, besides probably Shaq, they weren't gonna come dunk on you. They weren't gonna try to block your shot when you going up for the dunk and everything like that. But it was still like a competitive game. We played defense in front of you, hands out, closing out at a good pace. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
people, they made it competitive, and now it's just like people act like they haven't played pickup ball with their friends before. Like we know that how to tone it down a little bit if we playing too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like these are
Hmm.
professional basketball players. You know, if you playing with your friends at a pickup game, you don't. It's the off season. You don't want to get hurt. You play at a level. Y'all go harder at these runs. Y'all go harder at the Drew League. Y'all go
Hmm.
harder. When y'all be playing at
But
what's that league in New York? Um, shit.
oh, and that gym, the 100 overall gym
You
with
got
Chris
so
Berkeley.
you got the UCLA runs. You got the Rico run. I think he up there. The Drew League. It's a run.
Oh,
Damn, I forgot.
it's like Black Ops or something like that.
Yeah, it's Black Ops. It's something else too, but I can't think of it right now. But y'all go harder
But
at
Derek,
these runs than y'all do at an All Star game.
but you know why though, Derek? Because there's something to prove there.
What? It's
And
nothing
that's
to
the thing
prove.
that no, and I agree with you, but that's their mentality of oh, it's the all season. I gotta let motherfuckers know I got it. Put Snapchat up, put Instagram up. Yeah, I'm about to give fuck KD. I'm about to give him 30. Boom, scoop, got it. But that's not the same energy in the All-Star game. I don't know why. Like I really wish I could tell you why, but I don't know. It's like pulling it up, you go look at it, they balling, they having a great time, they really playing. Like go
Mhm.
look at those New York ones. Because watch this summer. Watch this summer. Everyone is gonna be not everybody. Most people gonna be in the comments, damn, where was this during the regular season? Where was this during the All-Star game? Like
It's a
I
dyking
don't know.
league. I just thought
I
of
don't know why they want it more in the summer than the regular season and the All-Star game, but they just do because you're not getting paid to go hoop in New York. You're getting paid for the All-Star game.
and that's the thing. Y'all doing it for the freebie. Niggas is out there playing hard for the freebie.
Yeah.
And niggas is getting, man, I'm over it. I don't know, man. But that goes back to this KD, the clip of KD. Like, motherfuckers ain't built like KD no more. And I was telling y'all before we got started about one of the players on my team and just like the background that they come from, like that hunger and what the sport actually mean for them. No motherfuckers ain't in there for the passion of the sport. No motherfuckers ain't in there for the love of the sport. Motherfuckers in there for the money.
But
you got Cooper Flag saying he might come back to Duke next year.
Yeah.
That gonna shake the scenery up.
That's the point that I was about to make, is that you got it, like, when we was coming up, you had Ball is Life, right?
And one.
But you know how good you had to be to get a Ball is Life clip? Like, you had to be one of them ones. Like, everybody didn't have a Ball is Life clip. Now
everybody,
if you could have a string, like 1 or 2 good games, you got a highlight clip. You're not ranked, you're not even ranked in your state. And I'm not, not shitting on nobody, play your ball, do your thing. But like, I think it's oversaturated. It's social media ball now. Everybody's playing to go viral. Everybody's looking to, because some people is getting offers off a few viral clips. But what is that doing to the game down the line? So now you got a Cooper Flag who, had a camera in his face his whole life. Now you at Duke making bread probably. And now the NBA is not the goal. It's being a man on campus. He probably living it up at Duke. He probably getting crazy in NIL. They winning. I'm at Duke. I'm having a time of my life. I'm gonna go to the league for what? The league is not gonna be nearly as fun as college. I mean, we had fun in college and we was regular.
Nigga.
Like I had a time of my life in college. Imagine if I was a 6'10" white boy that was nice at basketball.
All would have been the same. I'm telling you.
All would have been the same.
Oh God. Shit would not be the same, man.
I think I'm saying all that to say I think that not only the type of person, the type of player, but the motivation, I think, has changed as well. Because you mentioned 2 names earlier in the 0-1 game that was just a different type of person. Like, I'm not going, this is the All-Star game and we're not going 100%, but I'm not gonna let you dog me either. You had Stephon Marbury going against AI.
That started in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so and look where they came from. Look where they made it out of. So yeah, man, I just think that the whole basketball scene is just it's changed. And I'm not sure it's for the better. Before we were talking about how it was AAU culture, and then that's overshadowing actual ball in the fall and winter. And now I'm really curious to see what this NIL and what this social media culture surrounding basketball is going to do to the game in the next 5 years, next 3 years, really.
No, facts. Yeah, I don't want to go back to it because I already gave my thoughts on it, but I'm kind of starting to change my opinions of it. Just seeing, just seeing the direction that the game is going right now, man. That NIL they're gonna fuck some shit up. It's gonna fuck some shit up because what's gonna happen? Because what's gonna happen is, we talk about the passion of the game. Well, let me go back. A lot of players today, and people look at us. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's since we're the older, like now we're the older generation. Is a couple generations below us now. And they look at us saying like we hating, but I be agreeing with. I don't know if it's bad or not, but I be agreeing with what they be saying on Inside NBA. Like, people get on Chuck now, people get on Shaq saying, it's all negativity, it's this and that. But I be like, I don't know what they said wrong. Like, maybe they can look at it from another lens and highlight the positive things, but it's not much to push, to push the conversation further, man. And it's a lot of when I've been coaching for like the last 7, 8 years or so, whatever, and it is a lot of entitled kids coming up. Like, and I'm not in some situations that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Is I want my kids to be entitled. I want to get to a certain point where, yeah, you got it. I'm gonna give it to you because I wasn't starving. My mom always had food, always had clothes. Like I wasn't in a bad situation, but we didn't have it all. You know what I'm saying? So I want my kids to have it all. But now everything in this age is easier because of technology and
Yeah.
because of the resources that they have in front of them this in this time. Like we didn't have all of that last year. So now you have all of this. Now the work ethic is different because it's easier for you now. It's an easier route for you. And we be trying to steal the mindset in these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that they don't have. So that's the thing we trying to work on, just the mindset, the hunger for the game. You gotta want to work. Like you gotta want to come to work. You gotta want to come to practice. And I don't really see that. I don't really see that in this time. And we talk about the NILs and you talk about people not having love for the game. They just get in it for the money. What's going to happen is they're going to start making, of course, people still going to go to the league, but it's going to be people that's great prospects for the NBA and get the money in college, get their degree, and go on and do something else outside of basketball, football, whatever. They're not even going to go to no professional sport. They're going to get their money all 4 years in college, get their degree, and actually go on and do something else with their life. They're going to build a business and go on and do good for their family. They're not going to think about it. That's what's going to happen. That's how I see the NIL, especially when Cooper. I think he's just playing. I think Cooper is coming out next year. But when he said, "Man, I like it here. I might come back next year," somebody else going to say that, and they're going to be very serious.
Yeah, someone else is going to mean it.
Exactly. Like that's your number one. That's the number one prospect right now.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck NBA team is going to do if he go back to Duke next year? Now they got to change their whole shit up. Of course, you still have different. Of course, you still have other players in college. You got the Ace Bailey and other prospects.
Yeah.
But people have their eyes on Cooper Flag. They want Cooper Flag. So if motherfuckers like Cooper Flag start going back to colleges for 3 years again, 4 years again, shit gonna start changing.
And
but that's where the W. Oh no, you go ahead.
I was just saying that's exactly what I would do though, low key. Like I would play my ball, cash in on these NIL deals, probably make a couple million, start a business, and then what I would do, I would start an NIL business. You know what I mean? I would start a business that would help other young talent, develop and be NIL ready. So how do you manage these NIL deals? How do you manage that money? And I get a percentage of that NIL deal? Come on, dog. I'm eating off that forever.
Exactly. That's that, and I see that's the route people are gonna go. Aaron, you have something to say?
Especially if the NBA don't get more attractive.
That's true.
And that's literally like to say. I would say that's where the WNBA about to capitalize right now is you expanding. You getting a lot of attention for those young women in college right now. And now that the NCAA is considering changing it for women so they can beat one and dones too, right?
They should have been did that.
Exactly. So now Juju don't gotta wait to graduate from USC. Like she could have gone in the same draft with Caitlin. Or she could have chose to stay another year. Like that's gonna change too because now they're gonna realize, oh dang, we got a real good product too. Let's go ahead and tweak that and make that college to WNBA pipeline happen. So instead of you waiting 4 or 5 years and you like, nah, I'm gonna go get a job, I'm gonna go overseas. I'm gonna go to the WNBA now at 19, already with a net worth of 1.8 million, and now I'm gonna get this new contract because someone is gonna get that first $1 million contract in the WNBA in the next 5 years. It's coming.
Yep. If not sooner.
If not sooner.
Especially with the attention that they got on the league right now, and we'll get into it. The one-on-one, like the Unrivaled league that they got, but the WNBA definitely should have started like should have changed the policy a long time ago where like they could be one and done. They don't have to stay in school for the whole 4 years and do something with the salary. Because honestly, Paige is on her 5th year right now. I know she dealt with injuries and whatnot, but if the salary was up to par in the WNBA, I think she would have went out last year with Caitlin Clark. And honestly, that would have been a conversation. Maybe Caitlin Clark would have still won one, but Paige is there. I ain't glad.
Kayla would have still been one, but Paige probably would have been where Brink was. She probably would have went to LA instead of Canada.
Yeah. Yep. And that's why I say who got the first pick this damn, I can't remember who got the
I think
first
it's Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Atlanta got it. What y'all think about the Unrivaled league? Well, since we're on the WNBA right now, I know the NBA is looking to probably start that in the future 1-on-1. And then the women's they're currently doing the 3-on-3, 3v3 league that they got going on. They just did a 1v1. And then during the All-Star weekend, they did a 2v2. So they doing everything that we do in the backyard. So how we feel about that? Y'all been watching some of them?
I only watched it a little bit, but it's pretty cool. Oh, it's Dallas. The Wings had the first pick.
Yep, yeah.
Like I just mostly seen clips online. Like I haven't really seen full games. I may watch one or two on YouTube just to see what's up. But it's interesting. It's gonna definitely pick up some traction.
I ain't gonna cap. I've watched I pretty much watched all the ones. I went back and watched all the ones. Man, these women got some bags on them, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. They got a bag on them. Skylar Diggins, that first round, that first game she played, she went off, my guy. And then it was I don't know what team she played on. Her name is Ryan Howard. She a taller player, dark skin, but her bag was different, bro. Her bag was different. Then you got Aaliyah Edwards, who's a rookie out of UConn. Man, she was getting motherfuckers buckets. She was getting motherfuckers buckets. Nafisa, of course, she won. She's a co-founder of the league and everything. But man, it's some buckets. Like it is some buckets over there. And I don't think. And of course, and we gotta talk about the rules. All right. So we've seen a 12-0 that Breonna, like Aaliyah Edwards gave Breonna Stewart. It's still crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's still crazy. But the rules is they was going 2s and 3s. So it helps a little bit. 2s and 3s, first person to 11. And it's either the first person to 11 or the person who has the most points after 10 minutes. 10 minutes has passed. So we got to put some context to it. 12-0 is still crazy. I don't care what you said. 12-0 is still crazy. And I don't think, when you talk about rookies, all right, who a rookie this year? All right, Stephon Castle. If he 12-0 LeBron, nigga, how the fuck?
Yeah.
How the fuck would that look?
Horrible.
Us, bro. I don't think the
It
men
would look horrible.
I don't think the men ready for that, bro.
No, because
and
we're
it's sad
gonna.
to say. It is sad to say.
Mhm.
We and no disrespect. I know this is a stereotype, but you know when you talk about emotions, it's usually a female trait. Man, the men would be so much in their feelings after they got their ass whooping that one. Man, that shit ain't gonna go right.
Nah,
And
it'll be
it was going
short-lived.
crazy, bro. Like it was really no fouls being called. Like they was like what's her name? Dejanay Carrington. She was going against I forgot her name, but it was a way taller opponent. Bah, get out of here. You too small, man. Like the fuck out my way, like on the ground type shit. Like they was going crazy, bro. Like I don't think the NBA ready for nothing like that.
And I
I
think
agree.
the NBA is becoming more interesting to see. Honestly, like I think the WNBA is definitely on the rise, bro. Like, yeah, I would much rather sit and watch a women's game. Like, I don't
Facts.
know.
It's good to see. I'm definitely within the next year, I'm definitely gonna go to a W game.
So,
That's on the bucket list for sure.
Me too.
That's definitely on the bucket list. I know the last time I would bring up about the women's basketball, they were looking to bring a team to Cleveland
oh,
in 2028, pretty much reviving the franchise of the Cleveland Rockers. So that was a franchise that they had. That was original. Pretty much, that was the original eight, one of the original eight franchises that started in the W. They lasted from 97 to '03. Um, they pretty much they couldn't find ownership because they wanted to sell the team. So pretty much team went under, and then the next team that went under was the Houston Comics. I hope hopefully they come back because that's a historic franchise. Like if you bring out a franchise, you gotta bring back the Houston Comics. Like they won the first pretty much the first four championships. Like you gotta bring them back.
I never even heard of the Cleveland Rockers.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either. Yeah, just doing my research, it was so the first year they started, um, they was only playing because now they play 40 games. Back then they was playing even less than that. They ended their season, their first season like 15 and 13 or something like that. Then the next season they ended it like 20 and 10, making to the playoffs, but they really didn't go far. And the playoff format was different for the W back in the day. Like
Yeah.
it was, I don't know, it was weird how they said they made it to the conferences was split up different. I guess it was kind of like baseball do that shit because they said they made it to I guess they said they made it to the Eastern Conference finals, but they lost in the semifinals of the playoffs when in regards to the overall W. So I don't know. I gotta look more into that. I'm not
Yeah.
too knowledgeable of it, so I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound too crazy. Um, but yeah, that was my first time hearing them. But 2028, of course, Golden State coming next year. And then I believe there's another team, Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
I hadn't heard that. That's what's up.
yeah. Toronto got a team coming. So yeah, so I mean the W's. It's good for them to expand, especially when you have first rounders, even lottery picks that get waived.
Yeah.
Waived off the team. Like that's crazy. Like I understand like if you're a second rounder or you're a late first rounder, but when you have lottery picks that get waived off your team, get cut off your team, it's crazy.
It
Like
is.
yeah, so you definitely need some expansion, but want to move over. Hold on. So I want to move over back to the NBA for so when you talk about so the last time we had an episode, the trade deadline happened afterwards, and it was crazy. So of course we want to get to the main thing that pretty much started all this off. But some of the other key ones that happened was Bi to the Raptors, Fox to the Spurs, which I thought was good, and we just got news today that Wemby is going to be out for the rest of the season for blood clots in his shoulder. So get well soon. The only bad thing about that is he won't be eligible for any awards in the season. So messed up my defensive player of the year prediction. So that's out the window. Another thing was Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. I kind of want to talk about that just a little bit. Do that give them? I know we're gonna touch on that a little bit in regional teaching, but do that help the Warriors now as well as 2-3 years from now?
Does it help them in the long run? No. But does it help them in the short term? Yeah.
Okay.
Because Jimmy is giving them something, and it's that energy and that life. Because I know we talked about this before, Derek. I'm starting to think that thing that happened with Andrew Wiggins is real. Because I don't know
Oh
what the
God,
hell
it
happened to
ain't,
him.
bro. Oh
Like
God.
it has to be. It has to be.
I say
You
happened.
So, oh, what'd you say, Q?
What y'all say happened with Wig?
ain't hit a
All
button.
right, so right after they won the finals in 2022, it came out that allegedly his child with his girlfriend is actually his best friend's, and that his mans have been cheating on him with his girl. And what didn't help was one, how he was playing. He took personal time off for like over a month.
He took a lot of time off during that time.
Like he took time off for over a month. Like this was when the 23 season was starting. And his girlfriend didn't help because she didn't put a post out about, hey, respect this. This isn't true. What I told Derek makes me hard to not believe it's true is how she tweeted it. She didn't say it's not true. She was like, I just think it's funny how, and I was like, see, that's where you fucked up. You should have just said, no, it's not true.
Facts.
So,
That's it.
and he ain't been active on social media like that. She ain't been active on social media like that. So it may be real why that shit threw him off his game. But
Yeah.
I think Jimmy coming to the Warriors, it's good right now because they what 3-1 in their last 4 games.
Yes.
We really gonna see how it's gonna help when they had that stretch of 10 games and they only won like 3 of them.
Facts. What about you, Q?
I think he I think he brings a different level of toughness and energy that I think the Warriors were lacking. I think that he has that spark, that energy, that grit that I think will keep Steph motivated to make a longer playoff run. I think that, we're seeing Draymond kind of on the tail end of his career. So, his brand of basketball is still his brand of basketball. But I think that Jimmy comes in and reinforces that. Like he not nothing to play with either, right? And so I do think that for this season it helps, but I I mean I think I already saw somewhere that both Draymond and Steph was like, hey man, like
It's
this might
close.
be
It's
it. Like, yeah, like this might be it. This is our last window.
mm-hmm.
I mean, are we gonna get one more on the way out? It's been a fun ride. We ain't got crazy stories to tell, but like this is it. So let's ride out. And I think that the addition of Jimmy Butler probably makes them feel a bit more hopeful. I mean, the West still the West, but they probably still feel a bit more hopeful.
Facts. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that. I do think Jimmy Butler pretty much brought more energy to the team, especially more energy to Steph. I feel like Steph was just over it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going out there playing, and it was a couple games that they was. I think it was Utah might be when they was up. Going in the fourth quarter, probably like 10, maybe like 10 plus, and Utah came back and won, and it's just like the life was just sucked out of Paul's. You know, the life was just sucked out of Steph. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he wasn't really having as much fun, but like I agree with Aaron. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a good move for now. I don't think it really helped long term. Because they don't really have nobody after Steph. Like they don't really have nobody to really guide them and lead them really after Steph and Draymond leave. But we seen what Jimmy Butler did in Miami with the team over there in 2020, as well as what was it, 2023 that he went? That was 2023, right? Against the Nuggets.
Yeah, they lost to the Nuggets. Yeah.
Um, Now just imagine what he can do. I mean, of course he's in a different role now, and I think he's better as a number two option, a number three option. I don't. Of course, we seen Jimmy lead the team, but
Yeah.
having that same mentality, that same effort as a number two option is way better. I think for Jimmy Butler and what we seen what he could do with the Miami team. I am not doubting that he could do that with playing alongside Steph and Draymond Green. So I think it's a good move for them now. It wasn't the move that I was expecting the Warriors to make. I personally still think they need a good big on their side. Or somebody that could play the 4 to 5. And just a
Yeah,
better bench. They gave, I mean, y'all shipped out what's the name? Milton. He was hurt, but
Mhm.
he was doing good off the bench. Who else y'all shipped off? Kyle Anderson.
yep.
Y'all shipped him away.
Yeah.
Like you still need depth. So I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good for them to make a run to make the playoffs. I think the fathers. I'll 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 leave that to towards the end of the conversation. When we get to reaching a teaching. Uh, but moving on from that, of course, want to get into the Luca trade.
Yeah.
Uh, that was the biggest thing. I thought Shams was hacked. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I was at the time the trade happened. I was watching boxing. So it was the Benavidez Morel fight. Watching that junk. I'm on Twitter, that's what I do during these times. I keep my feet back, watching boxing, got my candle lit, you know what I'm saying? The vibes is right. You know what I'm saying? Got my plant-based medicine. My vibes is right. You know what I'm saying?
My plant-based medicine.
My plant-based medicine. Tweeting everything. Then I see Cher's tweet just come across the junk. I said, I clicked on it because I thought it was one of those goddamn parody accounts. I was like, this can't be. And then the ESPN sent the notification to my phone. I said, and then I I sent the post to Aaron. I said, what the fuck is happening? Well, first I tweeted it. I said, what the fuck is happening right now? And then I sent the post to Aaron. I said, yo, what the fuck is going on? You see this shit? Man, so I need initial thoughts. I need initial thoughts of the trade. And what do you think? How can it benefit Lakers now? Well, how can it benefit both Lakers and Dallas now and in the future?
Um, I think it's my initial reaction is that they did this shit for for a reaction for clickbait because we were just talking about how the NBA has gotten a little
Mm-hmm.
little boring to a degree. So I think that trade did exactly what it was meant to do. It had all three of us like, yo, did they really just trade a prime Luca to LA with LeBron? Like you can't
25. He's
yeah.
25.
Usually by now we would have heard like some background, like, oh, it was some static or friction between him and Kyrie. Like, we would have heard that story by now. Like the real would have came out. So I think it was a move that was made to try to drum up some interest. I do think that it makes LA better. I think that LA invested in their future a little bit. We know LeBron, and I would be surprised if LeBron got 3 years left, right? And I'm not saying that because he can't, but at some point you got to go do something else with your life, dog. Like you got to do something.
God, like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, like you got to do something else. I mean, he's still dunking on people, so it's
Yeah.
it's
That's
crazy.
that's another thing too. How the fuck you dunk on the motherfucker that we was about to trade for? That don't
But
even
his
that don't
ankle, but
make
his
that don't
ankle was hurt. But
that
his
don't
ankle
make
was
you look
hurt.
good.
But his goddamn ankle was hurt. He couldn't play. He couldn't play. Fuck LeBron. Anyway. Anyway. Any fucking way.
Go ahead, Q.
I mean, I think I'm curious to see how that works out with Dallas. So I mean, we see that AD already got hurt because he made out of tissue paper. But I think that if they get it right, they can figure it out. But I think Dallas already got decent bigs, right? I'm tripping.
No, you're not.
Yeah. So
No, they don't got no bigs now.
I mean, now they don't. All the motherfuckers hurt now, but you right.
it's what Kyrie and Clay.
Yeah. Aaron, what's your thoughts? I know you got some stuff to get off your chest.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Well, I'm gonna make it brief because I gotta head out because I gotta do my podcast, my other podcast. But initial thoughts was this ain't real Because Derek sent me that joint like 1 in the morning. I was like, ain't no way. I'm laying in bed, I'm comfortable. Then I start getting notifications and I'm checking my phone and I'm like, oh my God, it actually happened. Then the memes start. And I was like, that's when you know it's real when the memes start.
Yeah.
And all the jokes and shit. So my initial reaction was like, wow, this was a dumbass trade. I think the trade that caught me the most off guard was when they traded Connect, but then the trade didn't go through. Was
Yeah.
because I think they should have traded Reeves instead of Connect, but I think Reeves been balling, so go figure. But it was just one of those things where I think I agree with Quincy. I think they just did it for the shock value. I think they did it to get some attention, as well as there's some pros to this. Because yeah, when LeBron's gone, we got someone to fill that playmaking role who's also a bigger guy who is a very versatile player. We know what Luka can do. So there is that silver lining of, okay, cool, the long term is still here. But now I don't know how our lineup is going to be. Who's playing center? Rui? Oh no, it's Jackson Hayes. My fault. It's punk ass Jackson Hayes is playing center. Um, like it's I think that the Lakers are trying to do their best right now. We're trying to do our best, but it ain't working. I hate to say it, it ain't. Like we're the fourth seed right now, but I think we're fool's gold.
Right.
Like we're not gonna make it out the first round. I don't think we will. But if we do, cool. But it's one of those things where, and it's funny because I'm about to do a conspiracy theory episode of my podcast, but there's a conspiracy theory that the trade happened because the new majority owner of the Mavericks wants to build a casino there. And the only way to do it was for some major market to lose profit, and that major market is the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
Because it's crazy how in that amount of time, 2,000 people got refunded season tickets. You know
Yeah.
how much season tickets are?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially in Texas?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of money. Then jersey sales went down, attendance started going down. Now AD out, Gafford out, and Lively out. So you had no bigs. All you got is Kyrie, and for real, Kyrie just now.
They just signed
He's still nice.
I don't know, I forgot his name, but his last name Brown. I think maybe Sterling.
Yeah,
The 7-2.
Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling Brown.
Yeah, they signed Sterling
Yeah.
Brown, but he's a college big. He's not an NBA big. He's someone, who can get you like 11 and 8 in college, and that's nice, but he go in the NBA and get you 5 and 5. Um, like a poor man's Tristan Thompson. So it's just I don't know what the hell to expect in the long run. I think the best trade was definitely the Spurs. That's the real long-term trade right there with Fox and Wemby. As well as they have cap space and they got ability to make trades to add to that team. Uh, I think the trades that should have happened was actually no, not should happen. I'm still shocked that Levine is in Sacramento. Did not expect that to happen. Um,
That was horrible.
I don't know, but I think the trade that genuinely was the stupidest. Besides, I think the Lakers one was disappointing. The trade that was genuinely the dumbest was them trading Kyle Kuzma to the Bucks for Chris Middleton. Like, I get
Yeah.
Middleton ain't all-star Middleton right now, but he's still a reliable bucket. Now Kyle Kuzma out there just with a jersey on, getting cardio.
Yeah. I don't even know how he fits with
I don't see it either.
style of play. But I was gonna bring that up. I think the Wizards got better if they can, find a way to make that work. I think the Wizards got better. They
Yeah.
got Chris Middleton, they got Marcus Smart,
hmm
Yeah.
you know. Uh, you
I was
feel
looking.
yeah, I mean I think they got better. They're not gonna win nothing this year, but I think if they keep that core nucleus together and figure out some stuff in the offseason, that might be a formidable squad.
Yeah, I was looking at Aaron. I don't know. I'm not sure if you finished, but I was about to go. You know what I'm saying? Finish up my.
Oh no, I'm finished. You go ahead.
Yeah. So you brought up Wizards. I think low key Raptors is a sleeper too. I think
Yeah.
some of the trades that they may be a sleeper in the next 2 to 3 years because they was going on like they was winning some games even though they at the bottom of the conference. They started winning some games, like going on a run here and there, kind of like the Pelicans been doing, and just some of the pieces that they added, I think will definitely help, especially with adding Bi. I think he definitely just wanted to get out of New Orleans.
Man,
I wish he
you
would have
got
I wish he
Bi
would have went
and Scotty
somewhere else.
Barnes.
Yeah. I wish he would have went. I kind of wanted him to go to Atlanta or something like that, but Raptors is straight. Going back to Luka trade, original thoughts, trying to make it quick because I know Aaron got to get out of here soon. AD, I didn't like it at first until I sat down and actually thought about it, but I agree with what Q said. It was definitely more of a business move than anything. And like what Aaron was saying, I've heard the conspiracies. They was also thinking about moving the team to Vegas as well. That was another conspiracy as well. Especially when you talk about the casino part, of course, why not take it to Vegas? Take the team to Vegas for that. But when you look at the short term, I agree with what the moves that the Mavs did. When you talk about getting somebody like AD, a all defensive team, all first team NBA player, he brings that type of effort, that defensive effort to your team, and that's what y'all needed last year in the finals. And then I think it just makes the team better. We have Kyrie, Clay, PJ Davis at and AD at the four because that's what he wanted to play anyway. AD at the four, and then you have Lively or Gafford at the five. So AD got his wish. Maybe if he didn't say it, LA wouldn't shipped his ass off. But he got his wish and he got a five. So he could go back to the four position. When you talk about LA, for the now, I still don't see us winning right now, but maybe, and this is a play too. The Olympics is in LA in 2028. This is all business move. The game, majority of the last 6 MVPs has been international players. The game is so global now. Why not have Luka as the face of the Los Angeles Lakers? And we know what Luka can do, man. Like this is all money play, man. Like
Yeah.
Luka will go to LA,
Mhm.
go crazy. Right now, I still cause I got that message too. He's not even playing tonight. So I do want to see Luka get in better shape. Of course, I don't think he's the 270 that people have been throwing around, but I do think he was 270 at a point. And you can still see like he's playing kind of slow. I was looking at a graphic. Since the trade, Luka is 14.7 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists. Austin Reeves, 22 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 6.2 assists. So Austin Reeves has been playing in just slightly better than Lucas since the trade, but long term I think is best for LA. I think me and Aaron been having these conversations like who's going to be that next superstar for LA. The league is not good if LA is not good. Let's just be honest. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I don't know who would be that team for the NFL. Maybe but right now, of course, it would be the Chiefs since Pat Mahomes is kind of, I guess, the face. But you
I
know,
would say,
when who's gonna say the Chiefs?
yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if LA is not good, honestly, if LA is not good, I like where the Knicks is at right now. Knicks is back to playing
Yeah.
winning basketball. So all these big market teams needs to be in a good position where they are contenders to win the final. So that was I'm not mad at that play. I'm not mad at that play at all for the long term. I thought I was leaning more towards the person that Luka was traded for during draft night. I was asking for Trey Young because I know Trey Young want to get out of ATL. I know Trey Young want to get out of ATL. So I wanted Trey Young to come over to LA, but that didn't happen. I threw Trey Young over there in the Spurs. You know, they got Fox now, so it's all good. But
I thought he was gonna get traded. to the
I thought he
Spurs.
did too, but we still got the all season coming up, so we still got this the second half to finish out. And then it's some noise because they said KD might be shipped off in the off season. It was rumors about Ja, but the GM came out and said that's not true. But listen, if Luka got traded, Ja ass can get traded too. So I don't be believing none of y'all
Anybody can get
motherfuckers.
traded.
I don't believe y'all none of y'all no more. So so closing off of that, yeah, I see the play now. First, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? But I'm not mad at it long term. Hopefully we still need more. I'm just saying that we still
Yeah,
need more to actually compete. So moving from that,
true that.
moving from
But
that,
I'm out, y'all.
yeah, you go out. Y'all have a good one, bro.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, so moving on from that topic, moving on to some of the awards. Doesn't really have to be a long conversation, but
Sure.
when you're looking at just the first half of the NBA season so far, well, I didn't even ask like your thoughts of like just the overall NBA season so far. Like what is your overall thoughts of that?
Yeah, man. I think so. I think it has its spurts. But I was thinking about this too as we were talking. I think that I think that maybe we expected more from the NBA because of all of the hype that came from the Olympic Games around basketball. And I don't know, like the NBA is just not for me. It doesn't necessarily hold my attention all the time. Like I think I agree with Draymond. I think we're in a lull right now. I don't think that it's like disband the league or nothing like that. But I think we're definitely in a lull. But I
Mm.
mean, you still got some folks who out there doing their thing. You got Shy. I'm looking at stats now. You got Shy out there doing this thing. You got the Joker obviously doing his thing. I know Giannis on the men, but he's still doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and I'm gonna say this too. I don't think that it helps that the MVP, running MVP, like this. He has a boring style of game. Like you know what I
That's
mean?
a
Like
fact.
he's effective, but I'm like, yo, he like, like his game is ugly.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. And I think that's what I think I think that's why Tatum don't really be talked about
Yep,
like he's supposed to.
yep,
Like and we need to stop that narrative too. Let's stop the cat. Tatum is the number one option on the Celtics.
yeah,
Brown
yeah,
is not. Brown is not. Look, Brown is him, but let's be real.
yeah,
Tatum is him. Like
yeah.
really him. Let's just stop that narrative right now. I don't know what y'all trying to do out there, what narratives y'all trying to push to divide them, but Tatum is still the number one option on the Celtics. But now I get that. Um, yeah, it's just what you see from Jokic.
Yeah.
Like you never think after the last maybe 5 years or so we can see him do anything greater, but he just constantly proves us wrong.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just constantly proves us wrong. Like um, just going into let's just go into that award, the MVP award. Who you? So you got SGA as the favorite right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think his numbers are unbeatable.
Yeah,
He giving you 32, damn near 33, 5 and 6.
yep,
Joker giving you a triple double, 30, 13, and 10. Giannis giving you 32, 12. I mean, so
yep.
yeah, it's some boys out here balling.
No facts.
But I mean, I would love to see Tatum step up and get one. I mean, I think that I personally think that Jason Tatum like has potential to be like the future of the league, like the future face of the league.
Same. Yeah, I agree with all that. I I got SGA as the favorite right now too. I wanted him to win last year. And
Yeah,
I feel like the NBA always do like, all right, my fault. I fucked up this year, so I'm gonna get. I feel like they always do that. Like when the year that Embiid won, I feel like Jokic should have won, and then the
yeah,
year after that when Jokic won, I feel like Embiid should have won, but I don't think Embiid was eligible for it. But
yeah,
that's just how I feel like the NBA has been doing over the last couple of years or so. Especially not giving Jokic the three back to back. I think they wanted to reserve that legacy for Larry Bird because he was the only one to do it.
Yeah,
A 3P for the MVP. So I wanted that's just my theory for that. Um,
probably so.
yeah, but yeah, like you said, I think SGA is playing. I mean, they got the number one team back to back years, and his numbers is good. It
Yeah,
kind of increased just a little bit, and of course not too much, but of course you look at the Jokic numbers, like you said, the 30, 12, close to 13 rebounds and tennis. That's crazy, bro. And
man.
like he's in top five of all of those categories. Like
Yeah,
that is crazy work. But I do think Jokic got a better supporting cast. More experience. But when you look at the OKC team, young, hungry, you got
yeah,
more people on the rise. When you talk about Jalen Williams being a All-Star this year, you got Dort. He's one of the candidates for the Defensive Player of the Year. So
yeah,
they got some good pieces over there. Young. I just hope that they stay together. I hope it don't be like the Westbrook, Harden, KD,
yeah.
OKC. You know what I'm saying? I
You
hope
had
it don't be like that, man.
you had three MVPs on the same team.
That's
That man,
crazy.
I wish they would have worked that out, man.
Yeah, I do too, because that would have been something special, man. Especially I I knew once Harden left, shit wasn't gonna be right. I knew once Harden left, shit wasn't gonna be right. But I mean, he wanted his money, and I mean, he got the talent. He got the talent to be
Yeah,
a starter. So I ain't mad at it.
yeah,
I ain't mad at it. But sometimes I do wish motherfuckers put the ego to the side and just do it for the team. I mean, you playing a team sport, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So fuck it. So yeah, I got SGA as the favorite for that.
yeah.
Um, Coach of the Year. Will you have any favorites for Coach of the Year?
I think it goes back to Mark. I can't pronounce his last name, but dude from OKC
Okay,
last year.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's him again. I,
facts. Right.
I
Yeah,
think for all the reasons you just named, right? I think to keep that OKC team young, hungry, and motivated, and again in the West, which is known for being a beast. And they out there holding their own. So I would give it back to him.
facts. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite, probably would be Kenny Atkinson out at the Cavs. The start that they had, I did not see it
Yeah,
happen. I did have Cavs top five coming into the season, especially with Jared Allen coming back off an injury and him
yeah,
being healthy this year. The start that they had, I did not see coming, but they on their tied. Them and OKC has the same record currently so far, so 44-10. If I'm not mistaken. But some other two favorites that I got, 2 and 3, you can do any order, is Rockets, and I think that's Udoka, and then Pistons. I cannot pronounce his last name, but JB. I didn't expect the Pistons. I think
uh,
they're in the six right now.
yeah,
You go from the last team to six. Like I expected them at least the first half of the season because Orlando Magic's I had them top five, but they started playing. Of course, they had injuries and stuff like that, but
yeah,
I didn't see the Pistons started playing crazy like this. Like Cade, like he deserved to be the All Star. Like Cade Cunningham deserved that All Star position. Um, and just the leap that they've taken, incredible. So, and Rockets was my sleeper team at the beginning of the season. I kind of knew once they faced the Warriors in that play-in game last year, even though they lost, I was like, all right, Rockets coming back next year.
so they showed you something.
Yeah.
Those are two good ones too. I think I don't know, but I think I look at the Thunder and the Cavs, they just they're like a similar makeup, right? Like they're both young,
Yeah.
both hungry, just trying to make it work. And I think those coaches, yeah, but I mean, for sure, like you said, Detroit and Houston, who would have thought, bro? Like
No one.
especially Detroit, who would have thought?
No one. Shout out to the D. No, no pause. Uh, rookie of the year. Rookie of the year. I think so. Some of the favorites are Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, from the Grizzlies, and then Alex Sarr from Washington. Castle is definitely my favorite for the rookie of the year. I think even though I think the only team here that's worth mentioning is the Grizzlies. I think Grizzlies is 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the 2 position in the West. But Castle's been putting in good minutes for the Spurs. Numbers is better than the other rookies that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah. I mean other folks is making a little bit of noise, but
Yeah.
not as good. Not like he holding it down.
And he's doing it beside, Wimby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of
Yeah.
the eyes is on Wimby, but he's still doing his thing over there where you have to. Like, I like people
Yeah.
that go out there and make you have to talk about him. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Spurs. I want to see what the Spurs look like in 3 to 5 years, especially if they keep De'Aaron. I mean, I know CP are probably go on to greener pastures, go and have that MVP ceremony and all that stuff. Or not MVP, but Hall of Fame ceremony, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think if you keep De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, what's the old boy name? He from the 434. Actually, I always forget his name.
Johnson.
Yeah, is
Johnson.
it Keldon or KJ?
Keldon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep that together, I don't know, man. And of course, Castle.
Yep.
I think Spurs. I don't know, bro.
Now
That might be
Spurs.
next to talk about.
No, facts. Cause I did have, well, it's out the window now since Wimby out, but I did have them at least making the play in.
Yeah,
Especially where the Suns is playing right now. Yeah, the Suns might not even make the play in the way it's looking.
I was
They
surprised I didn't see Bradley Beal move.
he I mean, when you had that no trade clause in your
Oh yeah,
contract, man, it's hard, especially if you want to go to a certain team. So it gotta go through him, But I just feel like they should have never picked him up in the first place.
uh,
Like those 3 dominant ball, like they have to have the ball, like
yeah,
3 elite scorers. Like
yeah.
Bill was he led the lead in scoring one year, like 30. Like it's hard to score, it's hard to score average 30, nigga. In the NBA. Like it's hard to average 30. Like
You got 3 people on your team that could pretty much do that for you. All like
yeah.
yeah.
And and you pretty much Bill and Booker is the same position. So then one of them have to go to the one. I just knew Booker playing the year before that. Booker was playing the one, was decent, but I still didn't like Book at that position. But then when they
Uh,
picked up Tyrus Jones, I thought that was good for them, but I still was like, well,
yeah.
I was optimistic. I was like, maybe they got a year under their belt. They're in the off season, they got more time, but I was like, it's still not working. So yes, one of them needed. I mean, Bill's coming off the bench now, but it still ain't it.
I think I would have loved to have seen Bill go to like to a Spurs team, to a Bucks team. I mean, imagine Bradley Beal out in Boston.
Uh,
Like, you
that
know what
would
I'm
be
saying? I wish we would have seen them where like, he could still do his thing, but it don't got to be all on his shoulders.
yeah. And I mean, and he's been, and that's probably a detriment to him being in Washington all those years. Like,
Yeah.
even though you was the best player, you never led that team.
Nah,
The only time y'all went to the playoffs was when John Wall was still there. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of didn't help either.
yeah.
Lastly, defensive player of the year.
Ah,
Of course, it was Wemby at first, but now he's
yeah.
ineligible for the award. I think the next 3 in line for that was Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson Jr., and then I think Dork was 4, and then SGA was 5, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
out of those 4, what you think? You got Evan Mobley,
Yeah.
9.1 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, 0.9 steals, and you have Jared Jackson at 6 rebounds, 1.6 blocks, and
Yeah.
1.3 steals.
Um, I like the young kid, Mobley. I think that he's got a pretty good defensive game. But I'm gonna throw my support behind Dort, bro, just because it's that's not an easy feat. You know what I'm saying? That's not an easy
Yeah.
feat when you playing guard to be on that list. Like, how many guards have won? I mean, I know Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart was like the last one. I think the one before that. Well, he's not really a guard. Of course, Kawhi Leonard, he
Yeah,
won one, but he a forward. I think the last guard was probably Gary Payton. If you're talking about before Marcus Smart,
yeah,
it's been that long because of course you had like the Marcus Camby's, the
yeah,
Ben Wallace's, the White Howards.
yeah.
So yeah, pretty much all been bigs and yeah,
I gotta show love to the guard, man. It'll probably end up being Jackson or Mobley.
yeah,
You know, everybody wants to see a big man, you know, throw somebody shit to the
yeah.
bro. But I mean,
But they don't,
for a guard to be in this kind of consideration,
yeah.
yeah,
But they don't really consider the work that the guards have to put in for the bigs to be in that position to
that,
get that block.
to get
Like sometimes motherfuckers be picking up 94 feet. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, somebody said it last year. I forgot who said it, but I wouldn't be mad at it being two defensive players of the year, one for guards and one for at least like the 1 through 3, and then
yeah.
another one for 4 to 5. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I don't mind that. I really I would support that. I would support that change because, like you just pointed out, like that's a completely different style of defense that y'all
Yeah,
looking at for me to get noticed. Like, I'm picking up 94 feet, and then Dort not no liability on offense either. You know what I mean? He might
yeah.
not give you 40, but he not a slouch on defense. I mean, a slouch on offense either. So
He gonna give you a couple of corner threes and shit like that.
yeah,
A couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple points at the basket. Yeah, he ain't no slouch. Lastly for this segment, who you got the favorite for the finals right now? At least give me two. Well, who you what's your matchups? Let me hit a matchup.
and I want to see Boston go at Minnesota.
Mm,
I think I want to see that. Like, ugh. I would love to see Boston, Minnesota, because that's two. You got Ant
yeah,
going at
yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Tatum.
That gonna be the facts.
Where's Minnesota at right now?
Minnesota is currently 7th. So they actually like before the playoffs, maybe a couple weeks before the playoffs, they started getting on a better run because at the start of the season it wasn't really
yeah,
clicking like that. But I think they found their groove now, and
yeah,
they ain't been busting ass. I ain't gonna cap.
yeah,
So I think they found their groove now. I believe they'll finish. Because originally I had them top 5. I think they'll still finish top 5 if I'm not mistaken. Because currently their record is 31-25. Clippers at 6 is 31-23, and then you got the Lakers at 5 with 32-21.
yeah. I appreciate Draymond's optimism, but I definitely I would be surprised if the Warriors went back. I would be happy for Steph if I could be honest with you.
Yeah.
I they got to go through a gauntlet to
The
get
West,
back to that mountaintop, man. Like, that's crazy.
but the West is always crazy. So when you talk about just 500 teams, when you talk about the Eastern Conference, it stopped at the Pistons, who at 6 is 29-26, and Orlando Magic at 7 is under 500. And then when you look at the West, everyone is over 500 through the 10th seed. And then you got
Yeah,
Phoenix, who is below 500 at 26 and 28, who could, I mean, if they find a stride, could easily get back above 500. So the West is always stacked.
yeah, but that's this. I would be surprised if Golden State made it through all of that. But I don't think it's gonna be the Lakers either. I don't know. I remember watching Ant last year, and I'm just like, he gonna be back, and he gonna be back soon.
That was my mindset, especially after he went overseas to the Olympics. He got around Braun, Steph, his favorite
Yep.
player, and KD played alongside them, picking their brains. I was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, and coming back, he probably be first team all NBA type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He started slow, but he's been picking it up. So I'm gonna still stand by what I said at the beginning of the season.
yeah,
But I think they can make a good run. So for me, I gotta go Boston. I think Cleveland can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
yeah.
but I don't think they can. I think with KP Porzingis, if he's healthy, you ain't fucking with Boston.
Nah,
Like everyone healthy on Boston, especially with the experience that they have now, and they keeping their core together for so long.
yeah,
Even though he's older now, Al Horford,
yeah.
JT and Jalen Brown, they've been together for like 5 years now. And then you add Drew Holiday, two-time champion, KP, man. Yeah, I got Boston coming out the East. My Western team, I know motherfuckers be hating me because I never picked the Lakers. Um, I don't know, man. I don't see it would be a good story for the Lakers to make it to the finals this year. It would be a good story when you talk about Boston versus Lakers, that rivalry. Luca
Yeah, yeah,
the new face of LA. Braun, this is
yeah.
in his final years. You know what I'm saying? Him getting five. That would be a good story, but fuck it. I ain't with stories
All of
right
a sudden,
now.
you gonna see Bronny getting playing time and shit now.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't hearing that. But
Bronny hitting game winning shots and shit.
oh fuck that. No, that gonna shut the internet down, nigga. That gonna shut the internet down. I'm telling you. I got OKC, either OKC. Well, I feel like OKC is like Cleveland. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like they're like Cleveland. So my favorite right now, if I have I'm going Nuggets. They're three seed right now. I think
ooh,
Jokic is playing out of their mind. I think
ah,
Westbrook is giving them a different type
yeah.
of energy. Westbrook ain't playing like prime Westbrook, but he's playing like Westbrook again. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have Murray who can still go out there and give you a 55-point game, like if he played like he was in the bubble, nigga, like Murray, yeah. And then you have MPJ, who that's the only thing that nigga know how to do is score. Like that nigga don't pass for nothing. He gonna give you a bucket.
Yeah,
Like so, I got the Nuggets at the favorite. If I had to pick a close two, I don't know. I'm not healthy wise. I'm not mad at the Mavericks going back.
I'm not. And you got to factor in AD now.
Exactly. That's why I'm
Yeah,
not mad at it.
that's not bad. And to see Kyrie make it back.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Kyrie is in a position he always wanted to be.
Yeah,
Kyrie always wanted to be on a team where he lead. That's why he left the Cavs and went to Boston. He
yeah,
wanted to lead his own team, but it really didn't work out there for them. But now he's back in that position. He's more mature, and
yeah.
you have a great supporting cast around you. Yeah, I think that's the perfect situation for Kyrie right there.
There's no more Luca.
Yeah. Like you ain't really have to share the responsibility of the one. You don't have to go back and forth like you always been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like now you
Yeah.
can lead the team.
I don't think I would definitely watch that final series. The Western Conference Finals, I would definitely watch them play the Nuggets. Or I watch them play OKC.
Oh,
But I
fact.
think I think that if the I think that Boston coming out the East could match up with Dallas and they could match up with OKC. And that would be a good probably 6, 7 game series. If they
But
play against the Nuggets though, bro, I don't that
yeah,
they that might get ugly.
yeah, it is. Bro, like if the NBA start right now, when you talk about the Western Conference Finals, Thunder would be facing the Mavs.
Mm.
Grizzlies would be facing Timberwolves. Ja versus Ant. That would be crazy in the first round.
Yeah.
You got Nuggets versus Clippers, and then you got Houston and LA. Like that first round, that's not a bad first round right there. And
That's not a bad.
Houston,
Yeah.
I'm not pitting Houston over LA, but Houston can make it. Houston can make it like the Kings versus the Warriors that one year in the first round, going to Game 7.
Yeah.
The Warriors put it. I only say the Warriors put it out because of the experience. The Kings was young, so I feel like LA would. That's the edge over the Rockets right now.
Yeah.
Man, but we're gonna move on to our last segment of this episode, reaching or teaching. So Draymond, Draymond is always saying something crazy or doing something crazy. So during the All-Star weekend, talking to everybody, Draymond says, well, first he said, I think, but he said, nah, I don't think. We will. So he says the Warriors will win the finals. He didn't say 2 years from now. He didn't say 3 years from now. He said the Warriors will win the finals this year. Q, is Draymond reaching or teaching when he said this shit?
I think he's reaching, but I think that's what he's supposed to do.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
I think he reaching, but I think that's typical Draymond shit. You know what I mean? Like I think, I would have been very surprised had he said anything else. You know what I'm saying? He on his last go round, probably last 1 or 2, maybe 3 go rounds. And yeah, like I said earlier, I think getting Jimmy Butler probably got that battery in their back now. But yeah, it's definitely a reach. I mean, if we look at what we just talked about, they not making it past them dogs, but they not making it past the Nuggets, OKC. Yeah.
Yeah, Draymond, he said a lot of shit. Even Dalton Connect was like, it's just Draymond. He just talking. Yeah, sometimes that motherfucker he be just talking. But like we saying earlier, adding Butler to the team is definitely a boost. Like you never know. You never know what can happen. Butler took the Heat from the play-in all the way to the finals.
He has that kind of. I mean, and he's done that wherever he's gone, right? Like even in Chicago, he was an added addition when he went out to
when Rose went down, he was the next in line.
Yeah,
like you seen what he did with the Bulls, and then when he went to like you saying when he went to the Timberwolves,
he was
of
decent.
course,
He was not decent. He was good. He was great.
he just ran into not the Timberwolves, of course Timberwolves too, but it was 76ers when he was on the 76ers.
Yeah, now that
Of
one
course he just ran into Kawhi Leonard making the shot in the corner.
Yeah,
you can't do anything about that, but
yeah,
but similar to like I ain't gonna you kind of can. I haven't looked at the percentages, but I want to just off the knowledge, you can kind of put him in the same boat as CP when you talk about just going to a team and bringing value.
Yeah.
Bringing value to a team. Butler is that person. And I know people always talk about, if you haven't won a championship, you ain't a winner. But I mean, Butler plays winning basketball. Like you can't do more than he led his team to the finals twice. What more can you ask for that person? Of course, he didn't win a championship, but he do play winning basketball. But back to the question at hand, Draymond is reaching. Like the Western Conference is just too stacked right now, man. And it's always stacked. It's been there for forever since I've been born, honestly.
Yeah.
Western Conference have always been good, and I don't think the Warriors is on the back end now of their dynasty. I think the dynasty's been over, especially since they traded away Poole after the championship.
Yeah.
So they're on that tail end. So if they don't win this year, they probably won't win again anytime soon unless something drastically happens like the Luka and AD trade. Like I don't see, even though we said this before, where after what was it? After the 2019 season, after the Raptors won the championship, we was like, yeah, we kind of doubt that Steph can really get back to the finals. We said this before,
Yeah.
but I have more belief in it now than at that time because of what I see from that team and what I see from the other teams in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I don't. It's just too much. It's just too
Yeah,
much.
I don't think. But do you think that Jimmy? How? Two questions. You think that Jimmy is staying for long, and do you think that Jimmy, if you think he's going to stay for a long time, is he a central part of their rebuild?
Well, for the first question, it was kind of funny when he signed with the Warriors because it was that rumor allegedly, going around saying that he didn't want to sign an extension with the Warriors. That's why talks had stopped in regards to the Warriors and Jimmy Butler. But then when I see him on there, got traded to the Warriors, I was like, all right, so maybe then I got to think like, all right, it is the NBA, it is entertainment. A lot of things that they do feed us, 90% of stuff may be true, but I do look at some 10% of things, be like, y'all just fucking with it. This is just all
Yeah.
entertainment stuff at this point.
Yeah.
Because how can it go from y'all stopping conversation with the Warriors to you now being on the Warriors? You know what I'm saying? So he was able to sign that, I think it was a 2-year extension, about 120, 121 or something like that. It's still over oh, he went out, but he'll come back. But it's still over $60 million a game. But when you talk about just is he there for the long run? I think after his contract, I think Jimmy Butler years, is coming to an end. If you ask me. He's getting older up there. I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's about 35, about 35, 36 or something like that. But Jimmy Butler is getting up there in age. And I don't think he'll stay there for longer. All right, cue back.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My laptop died on me. I didn't even realize it was dying. My bad, bro.
No, you good, you good. Hey, look, I don't know if you see me earlier. I had to reach over for my charger. My laptop was it happened last episode too, man. This joint was be dying quicker than it used to. So I think it's just
Yeah.
I think I just had it for a long time.
Yeah,
But
it's about that time.
yeah, by the time. But what I was saying was pretty much I think after the 2 years is up, I don't really see Jimmy Butler in the league for too much longer because I think he's like 35 or
But
around
see,
like
that's
30.
true too. Yeah, Jimmy not young neither.
Yeah, Jimmy like 35, 35, 36. So I don't see him in the league too much longer after extension is up. So when you just talk about him being there long term, I can see him being there for at least the 2 years and maybe another year after that. Is he a key piece in the rebuilding process? Potentially. I can't really give a definite yes. Just the type of player that he is. I think if you're looking for somebody to put that grit in your younger players,
Yeah.
he's the one to go to.
Yeah.
But I think his style of play is not necessarily relatable to the next generation.
Nah, they too fat. He's a half court old school, and I think that's why he drew those Jordan comparisons for a hot second.
Mhm.
Remember when he was giving people buckets? He's a half court. I don't want to say ISO, but
Yeah,
he works within that system, right? Like he gonna give you
yeah,
buckets in that system. He not a run and gun highlight. I'm gonna try to dunk on you. I'm pulling up from the volleyball line or half court. Like that's not Jimmy, but he can still give you 20-25.
facts. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think if they what look, I ain't no GM or anything like that, but just looking at the Warriors team, I think the best thing for them to do is develop Kuminga into at least a second option. I mean, I'm not saying he isn't now, but he needs to be a definite option.
Yeah.
Like when you look at certain teams, they have definite. Of course, you can always figure out who's the one option, but
Yeah.
then, like great teams have a definite second option. You know what I'm saying? When you the pre-Luka, it was always Bron, AD, and then you have Austin Reeves, who's a definite third option.
Yeah.
Spurs will probably be Wemby, and then what's the point guard name? Vassell.
Yeah.
Castle, but Vassell.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has like that definite person that they can go to. So if the Warriors can develop Kuminga into a definite option, I always saying get a big man. No disrespect to the big man they have. Looney, I think he's been a good piece for them over the years.
Yeah.
He now the way the basketball is going now, it's not going to work anymore. So
Nah.
So yeah. So Butler, to answer your second question, I don't think Butler is the person to build around.
Nah. Because I didn't realize he was that old. I agree. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. So that's why earlier it was like it's good for the now. It's good for the now. Like we know what Butler can.
Yeah.
When Butler wants to play and wherever he's excited to play, we know the productivity that Butler's going to give. Like if he's not happy, we see what that leads to.
He checks out and demands out and sits out and stuff like that. So yeah.
So we ain't really got time for that. But Draymond, he was just talking, reaching for the stars.
Definitely reaching for the stars.
Reaching for the rising stars. You know what I'm saying? Reaching for the rising stars, man. But I don't know if they do make it. Shoot, if they make it past the first round, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
And if they do make it past the first round, then I think we're gonna see something special this year. Like
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
If they do make it past the first round, we're gonna see some historic stuff in the playoffs.
Yeah,
we're gonna see some historic stuff, and I'm all for it.
Yeah,
and we looking for the excitement. So if they do make it, but as of right now, I don't really have no faith in them making the finals. Not all the way to the finals. No.
Nah.
Can't see it. But that's pretty much all I had. You had anything else that you want to get off your chest about basketball or anything just in general?
Nah, man, like I said earlier, Black people take care of your mental health. Yeah, I definitely hope we can circle back around come playoff time, man. See if these predictions is accurate.
Oh no, yeah, for sure, man. We definitely honestly, man, if you whenever you want to hop back on, man, just let me know, man. We try to record since basketball season over now. My schedule has opened up a little bit more, so I try to stick to a bi-weekly schedule.
Yeah.
So hopefully I have more time now to get back to this pod and stuff. And once again, I apologize to my audience, man, when it comes to reaching or teaching, when it comes to Unfiltered Brothers. Motherfuckers is busy, bro. Motherfuckers is busy, bro. But I'm just trying to take care of what I got to take care of now, so I don't have to worry about it later. And I promise I ain't forget about y'all. Man. But yeah, anytime you're available, man, you can hop on. Shit, you can hop on every time that we on, man. Just let me know.
Oh, I'm with it, man. I love talking sports, and I fuck with you and Aaron. So just let me know, fam.
But yeah, for sure, man. I definitely appreciate you taking out your time tonight.
Sure.
Join us for this conversation, man. And for the audience, we definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, lasting this long through the conversation. Once again, go ahead, hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button on the channel. If you listen to this, give us a rate and review. And with that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe. Oh, I can't go out like that. Let me hit the tunes first. Yeah. Gotta hit the tunes, man. Look, I got this toy. We improving over here, man.
It's all about leveling up.
Yeah, it's all about leveling up. Man, but yeah, stay blessed, stay safe out there.